It's hard to believe I've now spent more than a decade exploring the planet on a bicycle. In that time, I've visited over 100 countries and cycled more than 170,000 kilometres. Today, I'll be showing you the bike touring gear list for my open-ended bicycle trip. This is all the gear I need to live and work in any country in the world, and it's optimised for both livability and durability. In many ways, my bike journey is the ultimate testbed for equipment. Few people use their gear day in, day out for years at a time, let alone in weather conditions from arid to monsoonal, in temperature ranges between -20 Celsius and 50 degrees Celsius, and at altitudes spanning -400 metres to 6,000 metres elevation. As a result, I've broken more gear than you can possibly imagine. Whenever I break something, my policy is to replace it with something tougher. This has put me in a position where breakages are now highly unusual. The gear I'll be showing you today has well and truly proven itself in the field. As there is a lot of gear to go over, I've divided it into 10 different categories. We have electronics, camping gear, clothing, shoes and accessories, cooking gear, cooking accessories, bike luggage, travel essentials, toiletries, and tools and spares. You can see the specific product names, actual weights, and links to the items in my article on CYCLINGABOUT.com. I'll link it below. The total weight of my gear is around 24 kilograms, and that includes all of the clothes I'm wearing right now. This might sound like a lot, but I use everything, am very comfortable, and can trust my gear in remote pockets of the world. Despite the weight, I think my average cycling speed is perfectly adequate. I often find myself exceeding 100 kilometers per day if the dirt roads are not too rough and mountainous. You'll notice that I'm carrying many items that are shared with my partner Laura. I essentially carry more weight than her to balance out our cycling speeds. Our gear also changes depending on the season. When it's cold, we carry the appropriate clothes and shoes for the conditions. Right, let's take a close look at everything in my bags. My electronics kit comprises of a laptop, headphones, hard drive, power bank, and a raft of chargers, plugs, and cables. I also carry 2 smartphones, a zoom camera, a 360 camera, a tripod, selfie stick, microphone, and lots of SD cards. In terms of highlights, well, I've been lugging Apple MacBook Pro laptops around for many years. These computers have been exposed to endless off-road conditions as well as extreme temperatures. I'm always surprised that they survive sudden impacts on the trail as well as endless road corrugations. One laptop even survived a 30-metre fall off a cliff in Peru. My current camera setup consists of a Canon compact with a really big zoom, and this is great for animal and landscape video. An iPhone 13 Pro is what I use for mid-distance, and I have an Insta360 camera mounted to the handlebars for point-of-view shots. I'm still working out this 360 camera, but I think I'm onto something here. You can record in all directions, and later choose the direction you want to export the footage in. It also allows you to record interactions with people without shoving a lens in their face. I use this old iPhone for navigation as I don't want to have an expensive smartphone mounted to my handlebars and exposed to petty theft. My camping gear consists of a tent, sleeping bag, sleeping mat, pillow, eye mask, head torch, and chair. Laura and I camp more than 150 nights per year, so we need our shelter to be durable, spacious, and good in all weather conditions. Our Mont tent fits the bill perfectly. It's a roomy 2-person tent with big nylon panels that keep you warm when it's cold, and they can be zipped away to reveal breathable mesh for warm conditions. The floor is notably durable, and the tent's green, which allows us to hide pretty well in the foliage. The only downside is that the door zips wear quickly in desert conditions, so we need to replace them more frequently than I'd like. Other highlights include my Marmot sleeping bag. It's both durable and warm for its weight, and Laura has the same bag so we can zip together on cold nights. My previous down bag was frustrating to wash, so I've switched to a synthetic fill for quick and easy machine washing and drying. The synthetic fill also performs better in humid conditions, and there are no escaping feathers. My Cedar Summit Comfort Plus mat is nothing short of incredible. Sure, it's bigger and bulkier than most, but my last mat lasted over 1,000 nights in the tent. It's also the most comfortable mat I've used. It's warm, it isn't saggy, and it doesn't make a crunchy sound when you roll over. It has 2 separate air chambers, which allows you to run the bottom chamber firm, but keep it soft and supple on the top if that's what you like. The dual air chambers also give you a redundancy chamber if you puncture one side. I prefer to use foam pillows as they're super soft, machine washable, and not able to be punctured. This Xped pillow is a thickness I like, and I use a compression strap to keep it together. The Crazy Creek Hex chair is a new addition. Again, it's not small or light, but it's comfortable and I can take it off my bike and sit in it in 10 seconds flat. We primarily use them throughout the day while taking breaks, but we also use them inside the tent, which you can't do with tall chairs that have legs. We place them under our mattresses when the ground is a bit thorny and use them as changing or showering mats at night. These chairs are fantastic. If you're finding my gear list interesting, you might also like my touring and bikepacking bike buyer's guides. These guides teach you everything about the bikes and equipment before allowing you to compare hundreds of bikes at the back of the books. The best bit is that my guides are updated yearly for free, so you'll always have the latest copy. In terms of clothing, I have long pants, multiple shorts, a thermal top, 2 long-sleeve shirts, a t-shirt, underwear, socks, and a wind jacket. Highlights include the Uniqlo seamless underwear, which are the most comfortable cycling undies I've ever used. They are lightweight, breathable, and have no seams on the butt, which is important when you ride without padded cycling shorts. I'm a big, long-sleeved cycling shirt fan. This shirt protects my skin from harmful UV rays and allows me to use significantly less sun cream. I've used many brands over the years, but my favourite is the Mont Venture shirt, followed by the Patagonia self-guided hike shirt. They feel great on the skin and fit my long, skinny frame better than most. I wear long cycling pants when it's not too hot or humid. Again, you protect your skin from sun damage, keep your body cleaner, and use significantly less sun cream. The Rafa lightweight pants are breathable and last me about 8 or 9 months before I wear holes in the butt. I just get patches sewn over the top after that. Next, we have my shoes and accessories. This includes my helmet, 2 pairs of sunglasses, a rain poncho, waterproof shoe covers, hat, gloves, insect head net, and sandals. Forget safety vests, cycling mirrors are the #1 way to cycle safely on the road. This is because you can quickly assess if passing vehicles will give you adequate space and get out of their way if they're coming too close. I've been using Tri-Eye sunglasses for 2 years now and am really impressed with the integrated rear vision mirror. Sure, it's not quite as effective as a large handlebar-mounted mirror, but it's compact, doesn't vibrate, is always perfectly adjusted, and doesn't quite look as dorky as a clip-on sunglasses mirror. I can't imagine riding without these sunglasses anymore. I also love my Cleverhood Rover poncho that clips over my handlebars, keeping my upper body and legs dry. Unless it's cold to freezing, waterproof jackets are simply not breathable for cycling applications. You usually just end up getting sweaty inside them. Ponchos, on the other hand, are genuinely breathable as the wind blows under them, keeping you cool in warmer conditions. Just keep in mind they're not suitable for super windy conditions. I'm currently testing some Bedrock can sandals with grippy flat pedals, and so far, so good. The cans were picked primarily for their soles, which are notably grippy and durable. Even after a few months of daily use, I'm seeing very little wear. My cooking gear includes a stove, fuel bottle, pot, plates, chopping board, cup, coffee maker, and a knife and various spoons and forks. If you're wondering about the spoons, the long spoon is great for cooking, the wooden spoon is great for frying, and the two other spoons are just really nice to eat with. Cooking gear highlights include my MSR Whisperlight stove. I've been using this stove since I was a teenager, and it's stuck with me through all the years of bike travel. It gets lit about 500 times per year, which means I've probably started it over 7,000 times. This stove runs on virtually any fuel, but I primarily use petrol as it's available everywhere. That said, it does run better and cleaner on kerosene. This MSR 2.5 litre non-stick pot is amazing. It's durable, easy to clean, big enough for 2 people, and great for salads. My last pot made it a full decade before it got a bit shabby. Just make sure to put anything nesting inside in a bag to protect the non-stick surface. The MSR deep dish bowls are a perfect fit. They're also a nice size for big breakfasts and dinners. Don't waste your time using any knife but the Victorinox table knife. This cheap knife is unbelievably sharp for its price and will remain this sharp for years. It's perfect for cutting everything from pumpkins to tomatoes. Just watch out for your fingers. My cooking accessories include a kitchen bag that nests 2 dish sponges, a can opener, lighter, pocket knife, and detergent. I then have a water filter and water bag, and 2 water bottles. I've used all kinds of water filters over the years, but I keep coming back to the Sawyer Squeeze because it's cheap, durable, and reliable. Well, everything but the Sawyer bags is durable, and that's why I recommend the Evernew water bags instead. I usually fill my Evernew water bag with dirty water, then sit on top of it and let my body weight force the water through the filter into a bottle. I've also had success with hanging the bag and allowing gravity to force the water through the filter. If I don't have anything to sit on, I just squeeze the bag until I've got as much water as I need. My favourite bottles for bike touring are the Nalgene Silo 1.5 litre bottles. They are durable and, with a wide opening, very easy to fill and clean too. Make sure to get the human gear lids, as they have the perfect shape for sipping on your water. My bike luggage consists of some small front panniers, large rear panniers, rack top bag, top tube bag, and a small hip pack. I'm currently testing the tail fin fork packs instead of my usual Ortlieb front panniers. These bags don't require a front rack. Instead, they connect to some minimalist rails that attach to the 3-boss mounts on my fork. They can also be removed from the rails in just a second or two, just like a pannier. There are 2 clear advantages to fork packs. Firstly, the bags give me much more ground clearance over obstacles, which is nice when you ride as much off-road as I do. And secondly, the bags do not ever rattle on bumpy roads. They're impressively quiet. As my top tube bag can't be quickly removed from the bike, I nest a Patagonia 1 litre hip pack inside it. The hip pack contains all my travel essentials, and I can quickly pull it from my top tube bag and take it wherever I'm going. My travel essentials are next. We have a backpack, passport, vaccination book, wallet, bike pump and lock. The backpack I carry sits inside one of my rear panniers. This bag doubles as a sleeping bag sack and a laptop case. I use this backpack for carrying groceries in cities and for long day hikes. The best travel pump that I've ever used is the Topeak Turbomorph. I've been using these for over 15 years. It's a mini floor pump, so you can put your body weight into pumping up your tyres. They're valved for high pressure tyres, which means you need to do more pump strokes for every PSI. But this only makes inflation easier. I'm quite happy with the Tex lock. It's a bit heavy, but it's long enough to secure both Laura and my bikes around a post. The woven texture shell and flexible design help the inner chain be resistant to hacksaws, crowbars, and car jack attacks. Any power tools will, of course, cut through in no time, but the large diameter of the lock should be a deterrent. My Toiletries kit contains toothpaste, a toothbrush, sun cream, a towel, shampoo, exfoliating glove, insect spray, universal plug, soap, lip balm, B12 spray, shaver, nail clippers, hair trimmer, and deodorant. My favourite item from my toiletry bag is my exfoliating glove. At the end of every day, I always scrub myself super thoroughly before jumping into the tent. I just pour a few drops of water into my glove and it catches all the dust and grit from my body, making me feel 99% clean. The next day, I find some running water to rinse the grit out of the glove. I also love the Philips hair trimmer that I use. I do all my own haircuts in a mirror and prefer to keep my beard short. A life hack that you probably haven't heard of is that you can trim your underarm hair and I guarantee your clothes and body will stink so much less. Another cool item is the universal plug. This silicone plug fits over any sinkhole and is perfect for hand washing my clothes. And lastly, we have my tools and spares. This almost all fits in a small bag and contains sealant, roll-off hub oil and an oil change kit, tape, tent repair kit, tube repair kit, tubeless repair kit, tyre levers, brake pads, a spare belt, a belt cleaning brush, silicone lubricant, a mat repair kit, nuts, bolts and washers, a stove repair kit, pannier parts, a 10mm Allen key, a multi-tool and 2 tubes. I carry repair kits for everything including my bike, panniers, stove, mat and tent, as I never know how far I'll be from replacement parts. It's hard to get excited about spare parts, but there are a few things I do appreciate. The Stan's sealant bottles are the perfect size and shape for pouring liquid latex into your tyres. I wrap some plastic over the bottle and screw the lid over the top. I've never experienced spillage. I usually refill them with whatever sealant I can find, but my preference is orange seal. It's also nice to have replacement tubeless valve cores. They don't weigh much and improve airflow compared to a bent or slightly clogged valve. I only have to change them every year or so. Speaking of valve cores, I use nifty tubeless valve caps that have built-in core removers. These are the perfect way to pull out your valve cores and top up your tubeless sealant. Otherwise, I carry replacement nuts and bolts for virtually everywhere on my bike. You never know when a bolt will round out, snap, or rattle loose and fall off. I hope you can use my gear list to get an idea of A, what to bring on a long-distance bike trip, and B, what equipment is proven to be the most durable over multiple years of use. But keep in mind, you should only need to bring this much equipment if you're on a really big bike trip. For shorter trips, you can use lighter weight equipment, as it will see much less use. You can also reduce the tools and spare parts you carry, as well as many of the electronics. I've done lots of short bike tours with less than 10 kilograms of total equipment. I'll see you guys soon.